Spurs aren't dead, ladies and gentlemen. We are back in business.
You ready?
Oh,
you ready?
What are we sponsored by? Oh, what is that?
No, sponsored.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Get it going.
Hey.
Wow, we're back, baby. I just
Probably
double the Coke Zero shot to Coke Zero original. Not to be confused. Whew, I'm a little wet now. Man, the Spurs are back in business, ladies and gentlemen. The Spurs are back a little wet, celebrating Game 3 victory, 115-111, baby. We are back in the series now. The series is tied, not tied. It's 2-1, actually. We have a very important game coming up. We got comments in the building. Everybody's coming through with the win. Let's go. Knicks in 6. Okay. We going, baby. Knicks in 6. All right, we'll see what happens. I still got Spurs in 7 in play. Spurs in 7 still in play, ladies and gentlemen. But, oh, my God, what a game. What a game. Spurs season on the line. I'm going to be honest. I was very sad last stream. I was very down, very out. I said it was about pride. It was about playing together, about proving yourself, playing for the name on your jersey and respecting the name on the back of your jersey. And the Spurs came out and just did that in front of all of New York, who were expecting I was watching all these Knicks streams. I was shout out to Freezy, shout out to Legion of Knicks, Guillermo, shout out to all the people. They were saying sweep. They're automatically already celebrating, already getting their stuff, figuring out where the celebration is going to be happening. Well, you're going to have to hold out, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to have to hold out New York because we are back in the series. It's 2-1. And Marshall, let me know how you're feeling right now. I know I felt a little less energy from you today, but how are we feeling today? How are we feeling today after that win? It's like, calm down, respect your opponent. We've been here before. We're still down, or is it we're back in this?
It's a win. You know,
I like it.
I'm not going to say that we're back in this. We wouldn't be back in this until we tie the dang series next game. So, you know, good. Got the win. At least we were able to get one. Okay. But, you know, for all intended purposes, the Spurs have shown me what they've shown me through every single game is the fact that they can build early leads on the Knicks. But can you hold the damn lead, which they weren't able to, but they finally were able to down the stretch, close it out, get the dub, and able to at least have one back in San Antonio for a Game 5. So I'm not really going to be too high until Game 4, if the Spurs are able to go out for Game 4. It just really irritates me that they could have been up at least 2-1 had you won last game with some miscues, which I'm not gonna lie, watching that at work, I threw my hat. I was so irritated with the game. We'll get into more of it in a little bit, but yeah, I'm not gonna get too high. Yes, we won. Good. Okay, now we got to do it again.
I like this. Very Spursian approach. Very Tim Duncan. Very cerebral response by Marshall right there. And he is absolutely right. It's one game. It's a big win, but it's still only one game. They still have to get back and get tie the series and get back home with court advantage. So yeah, good thing. We'll go ahead and highlight some of the things that went right this game. I say like right off the bat, it sticks out to me is the 10 from 10 free throws in the fourth quarter. Cashing in on all the free throws, and these are close games. You're gonna need it. I think last game we were 70% from the free throw line. I don't know how many we missed countless free throws. I want to say at least 6 free throws last game, and we lost by 1 point. So any of those free throws could have made a huge difference in that game. Get high in that Zaza, bro. Okay, a little after dark stuff. But yeah, man, that 10 and 10 for the free throws in the fourth quarter, crucial stat from the Spurs. And we kind of highlighted before the series, the Spurs, when they win, the games are closer to 118. This game was 115 from them. That's where they're going to have to score in. That's what they've been most successful in. When they've lost, it's closer to 100 points, somewhere around 100 points. And that's when they have not been able to win. So beating the score around 115, trying to get to 118 is very important for the Spurs in their wins. So those are two things that really stick out to me.
We're gonna talk good.
Yeah.
Okay. Good things from this game. I would say Wemby started off the game more aggressively.
Okay. Yeah.
He ended up with 32 points, 11 to 18. I mean, he played well. He looked like he was attacking. I feel like he could attack even more, but that'll be save some for next game, I suppose. Vassell and Champagne both hit 3 threes apiece. That also really helps. They hit some timely shots. Wemby shot well, and Castle was able to hit 2, especially that big 3 late.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that really, and Castle was aggressive.
2 free throws. 2 free throws at the end, too.
Yeah, 2 free throws. Like, Castle was very aggressive for most of the game. Like, he played phenomenally, and turnovers. We actually won the turnover battle.
Let's go.
Only had 8 turnovers. The Knicks had 13.
Holy
so
hell.
when you don't turn the damn ball over, good things can happen.
Yeah, because we're getting up there like the 16 turnovers a game, sometimes even 19 during the season. So to get it down under 10, that's what we talked about. The Spurs staple of the Spurs team, under 10, typically under 10 turnovers or less, and we were very successful for many years. But that team had just gelled together and played for a long time, and had guys know what they're doing. So our team will learn that. But yeah, definitely the turnover battle is huge for the Spurs.
Yep.
Do you want to go ahead and start off the negative things you want to point out?
I'll let you go first.
Okay, I'll go with Dylan Harper 3-ball. I think he's shooting at least below 25%, maybe even 20% from the 3. Hit a big 3.
He did.
Hit a big 3. It was 1 of 8 from the 3. That one was very big, but not liking the 3-ball. Wanted to see more attacking from him. I know you have to shoot the open shot, especially in the corner sometimes, and you have to have faith in your 3-ball because then they're going to start leaving you open. But he is so good at getting downhill on the rim. He has to know where OG Anunoby is. I think OG Anunoby was very good defensively. I guarded him in the rim and in transition. So he has to know where he's at. But pretty much everybody else, I'm pretty confident he can finish through or over or around at some point. So that 1 of 8, I got to be very cautious of that 1 of 8. Devin Vassell in the clutch, 20%. I think he was when I saw his graphic, 20% in the clutch situations. Missed a big open dagger 3 that probably would have won us the game. At some point, I'm very wary of where to go. Was
that the only shot that he missed?
Maybe
because he was only 3 or 4 overall.
Yeah, he missed a big open 3. I just care about the big moments at times when I'm just looking over.
Yeah, no, I get you.
And that's kind of a thing I have with Devin Vassell is I don't necessarily trust him in the clutch situations at times. Missed a wide open 3 that was very important that he didn't make. I think overall everybody's a little sketchy in the clutch except for Wemby, and even he can be kind of schemed out of things. De'Aaron Fox came through with a huge bucket in the clutch situation. I think you have to go to him in the clutch, even though he can dribble the ball off his foot at any time, run into 3 guys and make a bad decision. He's the guy that should be selling us down in the clutch situations. But the clutch situations are very, very scary for us, even up in leads or even up at any point in the thing. I feel like the Knicks are capable to come back on us at any time. So it's very scary in clutch situations or close situations.
I want to add something to your clutch thing. This is actually something I think the Spurs should actually go to. And this may sound crazy, but I've actually seen, to me, I'm going to be careful because I want to say enough, but I've seen cases where Castle can actually be pretty clutch. I've seen him hit a big 3 before. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I would actually even consider going to Castle if you're just like, hey, we need a bucket, get a bucket. You know what I mean? Like, don't overthink it. Just get a bucket. And to add another thing on the positive side, he did this a couple of times, which I was just like, thank you. He hit the damn midi. He went for the midi. Make those middies. That is your bread and butter. They cannot stop you when you're on that. Don't overthink it, especially when he gets involved with the 3-ball. Get to the mid-range and knock those shots down. You're damn near SGA when you be making them damn shots because nobody can stop you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Side note. Sorry about that.
2 of 5 from the 3-point line, maybe between 4 and 5 threes is probably the sweet spot for him. He definitely steps up. We talked about it all season long. He steps up in clutch situations. He wants the ball. He wants the big shots. He wants the ball in his hands. And it seems like at times the Spurs do trust him in times and in clutch situations. You're a little worried about him just getting sped up, losing the ball, turnovers, maybe just being young, over dribbling into penetration. But he does a pretty good job at finding Wemby. I think we found Wemby at the rim a lot of times today, which was a positive.
Very positive. They finally able to get him some hoops.
Yeah. Anything else more negative go into?
Oh, yeah, I have some. I definitely have some. Okay. At Fox, I need you, bro. Bro, you cannot go 4 for 14. Granted, you hit the big shot down the stretch. Bro, I need you to start hitting some of these damn open shots.
Yeah.
I need you to start hitting some of these open shots, man. You got to get going. You have to get going. You getting going is a huge difference, man. That means we're probably now, instead of only winning by 4, we're winning by 10. We're winning by 12. You got to start getting going, dog. Aggressive. He got a couple layups, cool, but 0 5 from 3. I need you to start hitting some of those shots, man.
Can I ask you something about that?
Okay, go ahead.
Hypothetically, okay, say we don't have Dylan Harper, right? And De'Aaron Fox is able to. You think it would help Fox if he was able to play with that second unit and be the starting point guard and get his buckets? Because Harper comes in, he's the guy. He's the one that gets going offensively. Like, say we didn't have that guy, and they were able to stagger Castle and Fox with the second units, particularly Fox. You think he'd get in a better the rhythm, just having the ball in his hand and given the freedom to just go ahead and score?
Well, I would say in that case, because we do have Harper, why not bring Fox off the bench? Problem is he makes too much damn money. So, if he were willing to take a back seat and give some of that money back and be like Brunson, yeah, bring him off the bench, So,
the problem with that is the problem with Sacramento D-Fox is they had a playmaking hub in Sabonis who ran pretty much the DHO offense, and they're running it through a perimeter player in Castle, which makes it a little bit different than running through a center. So Fox and then Fox had more primarily a 2-man game, which we haven't really been able to develop. So we've been using Fox in more of a shooting guard off-ball role, which I would rather have Vassell in that role. It's just kind of weird the way we. I just think he's not able to get rhythm like he is in Sacramento. And also they ran. I mean, we are very good, one of the best transition teams for sure. But I think with DeJounte Murray, we were able to devise a scheme where we were able to block out everybody, let DeJounte get the rebound and go, and that was kind of our go-to offense. I think if we implemented something like that for Fox, but he's not the rebounding guard that DeJounte is. No. So that's a little situation.
Issues. There's certain games he has some high rebounds. He only had 3 a day, but
huge block on Cat though. Big block on Cat when Block had where he was going to have an easy layup, came out of nowhere and blocked him. So after making a bad decision on offense, but he came through on that.
Yep. Okay, so that was one of the things. Another thing, very glaring, Spurs. Y'all gotta get. It's timely. We lost the rebounding game today, which normally when you lose the rebounding game, you probably lose the damn game. But because the turnovers helped. They got to stop letting guys get offensive rebounds and getting second and third chance opportunities. Like, how the hell is Jordan Clarkson gonna miss a midi and get his own rebound and score? That should never happen. Yeah, ever. Brunson misses a shot. Now he airballed it. Mitchell Robinson taps the ball right in it. Why? Why are they getting second and third chance opportunities? Thank God Shamet couldn't buy a bucket today and Bridges was ass, or else it would have been a problem. Because Clarkson started hitting. I said, oh my gosh.
Yeah, Cat.
Here we go. Cat played bad as well. But OG damn near couldn't miss. Was turning into freaking.
Bro. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah. Josh Hart hit 4 threes. Like, what the hell?
between Hart and Jordan Clarkson, I was like, "Real, we're losing this." And it's like, I can't believe that we're gonna lose to Jordan Clarkson again and Josh Hart hitting threes. I was like, "Bro," and
Yeah,
OG turning into Kawhi. I was like,
yeah,
"Bro, you
man.
gotta be kidding me, bro."
But it was from the jump. Like the Spurs started off hot, and then Hart was wide open.
Mm,
And I know he's not a 3-point shooter, but you put some pressure on him because after he hit the first one, he hit the second one, and I said, now you give this man confidence that he can just hit anything.
yeah.
Like
It's
that's
the
that's
whole
sad.
Alex Caruso, Lou Dort thing. You're gonna let
Yes.
Wimby try to stay close to the paint and deter any shots. Which the Knicks are not really scared of Wimby. They're really going in the lane, trying to get multiple guys weaving in and out. They showed a little video and before the game of how they're grabbing and go. We've seen this from the Suns a little bit, where they're passing it, they're catching
Yep.
it real quick off the drip. They're not letting
Yep.
the defense set up. They're going right into the lane, see if they can get an
Yep.
angle. If they can't, they're passing to the next guy. The next guy is doing the same thing, coming back in the lane. And
Yep.
eventually they're going to get something at the lane because they got Wimby off tilter a little bit. There's no help side
Yep.
defense really good. Or they're
Yep.
going to get that corner three or an open three from that driving and penetration. So that's what the Knicks have been doing pretty well. They're not really scared of Wimby. Hasn't been the deterrent that he normally is at times.
Yeah. Yep. He definitely blew up
Lost the hell out of Shaman, right?
Yeah, Shaman tried to get that leg, locked the hell out of him. That was good. My other thing, man. Somebody got to teach Mitch how to call timeouts. Like, oh my goodness. He'll either wait too long and then all of a sudden Spurs is up by 12 and now it's a 2-point game, or calls a timeout when clearly it was a very controversial call where now the Knicks have a chance to freaking challenge and they win the damn challenge because you decided to call a timeout. Understand the situation that your team is in, Mitch. You got to understand it's situational basketball. And he's just not aware of it coaching-wise right now. And that's cost the Spurs some games. If I'm being honest, I almost cost him this one.
Yeah, I think Mitch is learning on the fly to when to call timeouts, when not to call outs. And also with timeouts, it's always like there's always things you're gonna second guess about games as you lose, right? You're gonna look at things and be like, well, we could have done this, it could have been different. Like it's easy to do that situation. And sometimes you're correct on the analysis about breaking it down, like, hey, you should have called timeout here. Sometimes it's a gut kind of like if it works, you're great. If you don't, you know, the timeout situation, like if on the transition thing when Wimby threw it off Castle's back, if they're able to get an advantage in transition and get an easy bucket from that, nobody really says anything. But because it went terribly wrong, it's like, well, we should have called timeout there. And maybe, you know, you can argue that the timeout was, you know, successful. It should have been called there. There's always going to be situations where you can go back and forth and analyze and look at it, and everybody can be right in their own, you know, situation, because we don't really know. We don't have a Doctor Strange time emelet where we can see every scenario and see how they all pan out. But yeah, Mitch is a young coach, still learning, still not all the way there. You can criticize him for sure on things that he needs to work on, and in game situation, maybe one of them.
It's called the Eye of Agamotto.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Known as the Time Stone that Doctor Strange has, but neither here nor there. I mean,
Avengers we'll be back in Avengers.
I feel like more times than not, calling a timeout in late game situations is the best thing. Like it really is. Like I get you want to let your young team run, but calling a timeout saves a lot.
Now
trouble.
Let me tell you this. Do you feel confident Mitch can drop a play? Because I don't. That's the one thing. I don't really like the play draws he can draw off the timeouts.
What plays is he drawing? Because I don't really see any.
Get Wimby the ball at the free throw line extended. Let him.
That's not a play. Like,
or get him in space. I mean,
yeah,
that's all you really see. That's how just get Wimby in a spot. That's basically what it is.
Yeah, that's not a play. So, you know.
So would you rather that or a transition try?
I would trust if they take a timeout, Wimby drawing up a potential play.
Okay,
I'll trust that.
Because we did see what the play was, right? We saw the play. It was Wimby pull up, get to a spot. He had a chance to what was it? pick and pop situation where he could have he chose to up fake and dribble forward a little bit and hit try to hit that like a little bit like a free throw shot.
Yeah, but I mean, even too, you have now instead of because like you have to you got to hit that or else you lose. Now it's like you missed that. Okay, you're going to overtime, so maybe you're shooting that with a little bit more confidence, a little bit more swagger, and maybe you know it's a different situation. Plus, you might have you're gonna have a little bit more time left too. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's just iffy on what Mitch is gonna call. Right, it's gonna be. I don't like the necessarily like ISO for Wemby. No player movement. Nothing really going on. It's either Wemby's got to diagnose everything. He's gonna. We call it the KD. Somebody I know calls it the KD simulator at times. And Wemby has the ball and starts dribbling a little bit. You're like, all right, this is the KD simulator. He's gonna try to do something, and it never really works very well. So it's interesting.
Last thing I'll say is, them Carter, Bryant, Cornette, Keldon minutes. Jesus, loves you.
Has Keldon gotten bigger?
Yes, it looks like it.
Yeah, he looks a little chubby, bro. I'm just like, you didn't look like that like at the beginning of the season.
I agree. It definitely looks like it. I mean, Carter hit the one big three, and then
I thought he could have taken another three, but he chose to drive it.
Or try to drive it.
Yeah.
And then it just, you don't need him guarding Cat. That's, like I said, the Spurs are trying to make him something I don't think he really is. They're trying to push him to being a 4 big man, and he's just not that. He's a wing. Stop trying to make him something that he's not. But for this season, I get it. You're trying everything except for playing Mason Plumlee, which I still think they should do. But
yeah, I mean, to be fair, we've had Kawhi guard 4s. We've had you see OG and Anunoby guard 4s and 5s. So wings are more versatile and have to guard bigger. They guard up. We see a lot of wings playing 4 at this place. Like I understand, it's good. I think it's a good trial for him to learn. It's the finals, so I don't necessarily want somebody to learn. I'd rather have somebody actually be able to do it, like OG Anunoby on the other side, capable to do it, or Kawhi. It'd be nice to have one of those wings to do it, or Tatum, somebody more experienced and ready to go. But I mean, if you're a versatile defender, you're gonna have to guard multiple positions and stop multiple guys. And basically, we don't have anybody with the agility to stop Cat. Really, to be honest with you, you don't want Cornette on Cat, I was very scared when that happened, when those minutes were happening.
Facts.
Wemby gets a little too close to Cat.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a tough guard, and so you're trying to throw Keldon on him, and don't really like that situation. Carter Bryant is just not ready to go, not really ready to play in these such situations. So we're really reaching for who's going to guard Cat at this point.
At that point, like I said, give me Plumlee. Let just give him a shot at this point. You know what I mean? You got to try something. Even if he gives him a hard foul or something like that, just give him a shot. But, back to what I was saying. There's certain guys that, to me, like I get it, you want them to be versatile, able to guard the 3 or 4. I mean, Champagne's playing the 4. I just don't feel like they're not that type of player. Like there's archetypes that aren't really just that type of player. And I feel like Carter's ceiling really should be guarding the 3, not the 4. Or depending on it, although Cat is a center, so some 4s. Like if I put Carter to guard OG, okay, he might have me there with something if he could do that. But I don't want him on Cat. I don't. Yeah, that's not gonna work. But again, you got to try something. I get it.
Because you can't have Carter on Brunson, right? We've seen Carter fail at Brunson. We've seen Champagne. That's a matchup they're going after.
Yeah,
they're switching on to Champagne and letting Brunson cook on him. There's nothing really Champagne can do. I think he was more successful against like a big body like SGA. But Brunson's a little much quicker, a little bit more smaller, so it's a little more weirder, difficult. A little more. He's really crafty too, so that's a hard matchup for Champagne too.
Your best guards on Brunson is Castle and Harper-ish, and then Fox, I would say. Because, I mean, Carter, it was even tough for him to guard Alvarado. Alvarado was just speeding right by him, too.
And they're doing a good job of coming Brunson off the screens, trying to shed that first defender and put that defender in a chasing situation. And Brunson's able to just automatically go into the paint, and the defender is just too far behind at times to really do anything. So the Knicks have done a good job putting Brunson in motion too.
Also, the Spurs finally went at Brunson. He is not a defender. They Spurs finally went at him and put him in some foul trouble. And I would say this is probably Brunson's best game of the series, numbers wise. He still shot under 50%, but did hit 3 out of 5 from 3-pointer. So, the others didn't show up as much as he needed to. Josh Hart hit those shots. Bridges didn't give you anything. Shamet didn't give you anything. Alvarado didn't give you much. McBride definitely didn't give you anything. And Mitchell Robinson, although he got 4 rebounds, I mean, he really didn't give you much. So, yeah.
Yeah, I thought Mitch was going to be a bigger factor. I don't know if it's his hand going on right now. He did show a little bit of getting an offensive rebound. He's shown his ability to them to go pick and roll with him and finish him with lobs, being the athletic he is. But he hasn't been the monster that we saw in other games that I've seen against the Knicks, which I was very scared of.
Yeah.
So I expect some of these guys to play better. Obviously, Landry Shamet is not going to be this bad. Well, maybe he returns back to earth and doesn't become the one of the best 6-man in the finals in the playoff series.
Hopefully Hart doesn't shoot like this again. I mean, he had 9 rebounds too, so that we definitely don't need that. And OG, he's we really don't have anybody to guard OG either at this point. If you really think about it.
Yeah, OG was definitely tough. He got the ball, like I said, he turned into Kawhi, man, and just hitting ridiculous shots. Even that last shot to make this game even more close than it needed to be was crazy. He was getting to the mid range. He's continually not to be afraid of Wemby. He can dunk. Yo, what up?
So we definitely don't need Clarkson to get hot. Like that 3 he took, I wasn't surprised.
That was such
I saw him shoot it.
I was like, come on.
I was like, yeah. As soon as I saw him have the space, I said, and this motherfucker made it. And sure enough.
Yeah. I was like, bro, the ticking away. It reminded me, I was like, dude, this guy loves killing the Spurs, bro. And I was getting flashbacks. You never seen that one video of him playing with a basketball hat on? And he's like, this is how everybody hoops. And he was over here just going crazy. I'm like, bro, this guy's killing me. I can't believe this. I thought I was rid of him because of Shamet was coming in and playing well. So I was like, all right, well, at least we don't have to worry about Clarkson. But then all of a sudden, here he comes.
Well, it's because Shamet and McBride were actually giving you. McBride didn't give you nothing, so they have to take him out. So.
Might be a little too small for this series. I'm not gonna lie. He might be a little bit too small, not be able to deal with some of these physicality of our guards.
You can't really say that because they're playing Alvarado.
Oh, true. But at least Alvarado's playing a little bit better offensively. Like he's a little bit more like locked in offensively. He'll give you something offensively.
And shit, McBride only took 2 shots, and Alvarado took 5, missed both of his threes. So I mean, it just depends. It really, really just depends.
Yeah.
But other thing, I don't think the Spurs took advantage enough of when Wemby was the only big in the game. I was like, oh my gosh, if we do not go to him and get those lobs, like they had OG guarding him. I said, I don't know what the hell the Knicks were doing, but hey, throw that mug up. And I think we threw it up one time. And then I think we were only able to take advantage of 2 points, which kind of made me mad.
Yeah, there are times where we get kind of guard happy, where we're just kind of like the guards are wanting to do their thing. And they're not really recognizing Wemby where he's at or who he has on him at times.
Yeah.
We did a better job today, like I said, like we said at the beginning.
Oh, absolutely.
We did a lot better job than we've seen in a long time. It's just we got to be more recognition of like who has on Wemby, and it's Wemby too. He's got to realize like, hey, I got to find better position. I got to get better position. I got to call for a play that gets me in better position when I've got Landry Shamet on me or get some kind of switch. And Mitch has to do a better job of getting those switches, forcing the Knicks to make switches and make decisions like that and decide send double teams because they have a small player, and that opens up, and Wemby's going to have to find shooters at that point, and that shooters have to make it, which is another story. But
yeah. Oh, that's really all I have, man.
Yeah, that's really it. Let me look at I wanted to look at points in the paint and transition points and see where those fell, because those were two areas that I harped on. The Spurs, that's part of the Spurs' strengths.
Points in the paint. Knicks have 46, Spurs have 44, so much closer.
Yeah, much closer. Usually we dominate that, so that's a very concerning trend for me in this series. They're the Knicks able to match us in points in the paint. Usually we're able to dominate that. Fast break points 15-5. We're just not getting out in transition as much as we need to be. That's a problem. That's a concerning trend. The Spurs are going to have to figure out, because we play with pace, we play fast, and that's what we have to do to get these matchups that we want. Finish in transition, get easy buckets, because at times the half court can be daunting, especially with Wemby's off the court. So, but that also starts with your defense. Your defense has to make stops. You have to get the rebounds to finish possessions, and then you have to run. And that's something we need to see more of if we're gonna actually come back and win this series.
Yep.
Along with 3-point shooting, but yeah, that is okay. Good.
Last thing I want to say really quickly, it's been kind of interesting. I think for most of these games, I think the Spurs have led, if I'm not mistaken, for majority of. Yeah. So, like I said, the Spurs are right there. They've led for the majority of most of these games. Like, and games 1 and 3, they led for the majority of the time. The Knicks led for 50% of game 2. Spurs led for 47%. Tonight, it was 76 14, 78 16. And then game 1 was 56 41. So, I mean, yeah, the Spurs are able to get leads on the Knicks. It's just about in those crucial moments when you make those subs, can you hold leads? Every single game, the Spurs have been up by double digits.
Yeah, that's the problem about during the regular season. We were able to push leads or even get leads when the bench came in. Dylan Harper, Keldon Johnson, Luke Cornett, Champagnie was there. Harrison Barnes was playing like a live player. We were able to get bench points and dominate teams when the bench came in. We're not able to do that anymore. We're not able to do that. Luke Cornett's a dud. Keldon Johnson's not been showing up, even though we needed all 7 of his points today.
Yeah.
He showed up. He has not been the 6th man of the year that we saw during the regular season. Harrison Barnes is unplayable. Carter Bryant's not playable. We just don't have anybody to go to very much on the bench. Other than Dylan Harper. We're lucky that Dylan Harper's been able to step up as a rookie. Like, this has been really good that he's been able to step up and give us something the way he's playing. So that's another concerning thing that I've had is, like, if we can get bench production, man, like we're used to in the regular season, these games, this would be a totally different series.
Yeah.
But we just I mean, Landy Sherman's cooking us. Like, Jordan Clarkson gave us 10. That would have been, other than Harper, that's a high score for our bench,
Yeah.
And it's just like, bro, this is a strength. This is a strength of the Spurs, and it's not anymore. So that's, we're going to turn it around. It's going to be with those bench guys too. And I just don't. I don't know if I don't. Other than Keldon, I don't know if I see much life from any of these guys. I don't see anything from Cornette. He's not even looking at the basket. He's not even taking pop-up shots. He's totally just nothing, just giving you absolutely nothing offensively. No lobs, no nothing. Harrison Barnes is unplayable. He's not really doing anything.
Yeah.
So, we'll see, man. We'll see what. This is a big game for the Spurs, man. The big game. We would have all been like, this game swept. This is it. But we have new life now. And like Marshall said, there will be another game in San Antonio, which is always good for the city, always good for this fan base. We'll be able to cheer on and be loud for the Spurs. But the question is, will we be cheering for a 2-2 series Spurs, or will we be cheering on another elimination possibility in a 3-1 series? That is the question, and we will be figuring that out because we will be here on the post game for Game 4, which is in New York on Wednesday. Will the Knicks put up a 3-1 lead, or will this series be tied and a whole new ball game, best of 3 series opens up for the Spurs?
I will say, hey, I'm not going to name any names, but if you want to go to the game again, please do. Please go to the game again. With all the chaos, please go to the game again. Yeah. Please and thank you. Yep.
And fall asleep.
Yep. Yep.
Well, man, this has been a great episode of Spurs vs. Everybody. A very cheerful, happy episode finally in this series in the finals. I'm Greg, as always. It's my boy Marshall Best on X, Marshall Best 14. Go check him out. He's tweeting during the game, holding it down for the Spurs vs. Everybody. Marshall Best 14. What did I say?
No, I was like 14, or is it?
Oh, you were on 41.
Is it 14 or is it 14?
Yeah, no, there you 14. Go. By the way. Yeah, man. So he's on X holding it down. Also, I'm having trouble posting stories to Instagram, so you're gonna hold off until my new phone comes in, hopefully, because you drop it in the gym too many times, and then you finally, after that 14-point lead, you drop it really hard another time, and that was all she wrote for that phone. So shout out to the warranty getting me a new phone, but it's gonna take a week, maybe a week and a half. So I'm not really happy about that. About a week ago. Shout out Bobby Schmurder, wherever you are.
Didn't he get out? He got out of jail.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's out. Him and Roddy Rebel. I have to look at it for that. It's been a while since I heard that. But shout out to Roddy Rebel too. So we'll see you next time on Wednesday and the post game show. Thank you for coming through. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Spurs for everybody, and all social medias still suspended on X. Hopefully for hearing a appeal sometime soon. But catch y'all later. Peace.